Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, I know you can't hear me. Thank you. I'm getting places. I'm getting places with this old Commodore 64. I think tomorrow I could have, or the next time I program, I think I could have a very solid and delicious looking what's it called? VI movement experience. The next part is reading from files, which is gonna be very hard. Thank you, Koala. Yeah, because I don't know how to read the file because I have 4K working memory. No, apparently basic and stuff like that clobbers a bunch of stuff. So you have like a very, yeah. So I have yeah. Well, I have 4K, which is a lot, right? Because I only have yeah. Well, I also you can only fit on screen 1,000 characters. So okay, I have 1K devoted to what's on the screen. No, you actually can't. Not in basic. In not basic, probably. Apparently, you can do stuff in assembly. I didn't want to do assembly because I feel like assembly would take 10 times as long to get good at before I actually do it. Okay. Basic is really bad. I will agree with that. Yeah. I was a good programmer. I am, in fact, not that good of a programmer.
Wait, why? What did you think? Why?
Because
yeah, why did you a good programmer?
Why do you think that?
Because I've learned that I have to write down everything. Like, line 55,000 is in fact bounds check algorithm. Okay, I have my functions laid out here. A good strategy, by the way, Casey. Every variable that starts with A is a local variable, and also can be passed into the function. Everything in a B is return variables. Everything in C has to do with cursors. So you just can't use those throughout your program. I have some like laws that I'm codifying. I'm like Hammurabi.
How are you saying this makes you a bad person? It sounds like you're a very good programmer. Like, it sounds like you're tackling this like way better than most people probably were at the time. Like, actually, so.
Thank you, TJ's the only person that appreciated the Hammurabi reference. I thought that was really good.
I didn't plan for this, but I have my old like object-oriented programming notes in duotangs that I just found randomly beside my desk. Because we were going through a reno recently, and this was quite the.
I've got what many call the programmer Bible over here.
History to go down. Ah, nice. There you go. Clean code.
Right, Casey?
Clean code.
Yeah. I was disappointed.
Luke. That was a trick.
It didn't make Prime's best fantasy novel, and I don't know why.
That's
he posted
so
the other.
Funny,
Casey, that's a pretty good joke. So for those that don't know, I tweeted that Eye of the World, Wheel of Time Book 1. I thought is just like the best fantasy novel. It's very gripping the entire time. I thought it was very well done. Good start, good end. You don't have to continue on to the 13 other books. It's a very good experience. But you should. But someone tried to tell me it was the weakest of all the books. I was like, bro, did you read 7 through 10? Don't even try that with me. This one's the weakest.
Also, it's such a great hero story all by itself, anyway. So it's like, that's not true. Luke, I think we got a little bit of background noise from you.
Keyboard?
No, humming.
Like
the
you
keyboard
have like a
sounds
heater
great.
on.
We like that. We like the click clack. Or was that a thought, Casey? I need your professional opinion.
Yeah, Casey, can you please correct us?
I still don't understand the Thok thing. Like, people seem to really want that, and I don't like that sound at all. So I am not like. There's a company called Thok King. I am the Thok peasant. I don't understand. I don't understand the point of it. I really don't.
See, we used to all be about the clack. Now we're all about the Thok. You know, it's just, culture changes.
I like that sweet, smooth. I like a sweet, smooth, silent switch. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Like rain pitter-pattering against a window.
Yes. Like a ninja. cruising through the I sneak through the code at night, and you don't even know what I changed.
Casey's more of a coding ninja, not a coding rock star. That's what
There
we're
you
finding
go.
out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
I
right.
actually don't understand any of this. I just want it loud, and I don't want to. I want to think like the Commodore. I think has one of the ideal sounds of all time. Right here, the what's it called?
It's nice.
It's very like it's thick, a little bit of clack, a little bit of thawk, I believe. Maybe with two
Oh, I
C's.
heard the sound go out for a second. By the way, Luke, I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm working on it. It's gonna take me a sec, but
That's okay.
I've got
You're
some,
good.
I've got some buckling springs over there I could bring over.
What's a buckling spring?
The IBM old like the clang sound. I don't know.
Wow.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, we got to hear it.
Yeah,
we
is that
gotta
the
hear it.
M? Do they call it like an M keyboard? The M?
I don't remember what the names of those.
I think
those
keyboard starts
are,
with
but
K.
Oh,
Some
my
people
bad, my bad.
Throwing it out
really
there.
like them, like a lot.
Yes. Thanks, TJ. I
The
actually
trash
got it
retire
wrong
is
there for a
funny.
second.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Yeah.
That's like instant nostalgia, I feel
you
like,
can
too.
buy new ones of the. There's people who now make new ones of those. If you
Yes,
want one,
there's a
although I guess they
company
wouldn't
that-
have your
yeah.
your split ergonometric layout thing, so I guess that wouldn't help. But
Thank you for calling it ergonometric because that is the proper term.
or ergonomic, which one? I don't know which term.
I don't know. I thought Prime was being serious, but he also doesn't know words, so that's a little bit.
Oh,
a
that's
little bit
unfair.
tough.
I know lots of words. Watch this
Prime,
one.
I gotta say the joke we were
Alacrity.
talking about. That's true. We were talking about like vibe coding stuff, and you were saying how you think I'm better at it because I can review code faster than you.
Yes.
And then
Not just review faster,
I-
but better. You're better at reviewing than me. I
So
admit
what-
it.
yeah, and then I suggested that perhaps learning how to read may assist you in this problem.
Okay, it's fair. That's
I
fair.
just wanted that one out into the internet. Thanks,
Can we?
chat.
So
I
what are
just-
we doing today? What's going on? It's
All right, we're gonna be
10:10
talking
here,
about-
people. What's going on?
I know. Sorry. I know we're running a little bit late, taking our time, our sweet time. So
right.
today, should I do an intro? Can I get an
I
intro
think you
going?
should. I think
All
there
right.
should be an intro so that I know what we're talking about. Yeah.
All right. Today we have a very special episode of the stand-up. We have with us Luke from Linus Tech Tips. Say hi. All
Hi.
right, there he is, right there. We
I
also
thought it was
have-
Luke Tech Tips. Was
There's
I
the-
right?
New
to not be
canonical
confused
name
with
for it,
LTT.
yeah.
He has LTT. This is LTT, not LTT.
Oh, okay. Different LTT. Got
Different
it. Got
LTT.
it. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you.
There's some other guy who no one knows who's like a co-host or something on that. The main
Yeah.
channel, I think. I don't know. But Luke's the main dude.
Luke's does the heavy lifting.
That's right.
All right. Thanks for the intro interruption. Also with us is Teej and Casey
I
Muratori.
interrupt things.
Yep.
Oh,
thank
whoops.
you. Yep. TJ, you're wearing a sweater that can no longer be bought. It must be very exclusive. Arch, by the way.
Arch forever.
TJ already has children, so it's okay. All right. Well, anyways, today we're going to be
Guys,
talking
the
about
order
RAM.
you have to, can I just say though, you have to get married and have kids before you install. Otherwise,
True.
it's GG, boys. Your
G-
line,
Okay.
your family
G.
line is finished.
Okay.
Your
It's true.
ancestors are disappointed. They hunted and gathered for nothing. You ended the line just because of your operating system. Wait till you have kids before you start Arch. Thanks.
It's true.
That's just the PSA for today.
That's a good PSA. Honestly, I think more people need to hear that. All right. So today we're going to be talking about RAM prices, get some thoughts, where we think it's going, along with probably SSDs and some other things. Is there any other unknown costs coming in? And then after that, I'm going to probably ask Luke a little bit about running Linus Tech Tips, what it's like, hiring people, all the good stuff. What does he kind of experience in today's age of AI and such, especially in the YouTube scene, just because it's a much different set of technology and how you develop stuff and kind of the software you run for. Very curious about all that stuff. So let's start off, obviously, with the maiden flagship topic, which is RAM prices. I don't know about you, but the moment I heard that AI loves RAM, the first thing I did is went out and bought MU, which is a stock Micron, which exclusively does RAM. And guess what? It was my best investment I have ever made in my entire lifetime. And
Well
so
done.
there must be something there. If the stock market says there's something there, there must be a there. And so
Number go up.
the number does go up. Now, there's only one person in this call that I know for a fact can not only build a PC, but also knows how to order a GPU from the internet, which is an impossible task these days. I have no idea how to order a GPU. So I figured that we'd bring
True.
Luke on, and he could kind of give us some of his thoughts about this whole RAM price debacle and where he kind of thinks it's kind of going, and maybe inform us, uneducated non-GPU buyers, about the hardware market.
The permanent underclass.
Permanent underclass right here.
Sure. Yeah. I'm not surprised by certain moves like Micron's Crucial's. So Crucial is owned by Micron. Crucial stepped out of the RAM market. That was not too surprising. I think they've honestly wanted to do that for a long time. If you look at how, honestly, somewhat specifically, DDR5 was even designed, it was not designed from a consumer standpoint. It was designed from a enterprise standpoint. The goal has been enterprise for a long time. This is mostly a convenient and high profit exit from the consumer space for Crucial. And I don't personally suspect that prices are going to come down from supply being super high for a pretty considerable amount of time. It takes a really long time to get fabs online. And they are also going to resist the fall of the price because they want it to be high. Some of the most collusion in effectively any market anywhere has been in RAM. These companies love working together to price fix. They love working together to keep prices not too high, to not increase fab capacity too much. That's another thing that they do. To I don't know if you can say artificially or not. There you go. Nice. I don't know.
I'm
if you
listening.
Can say,
I'm listening.
This is super well documented. If you're interested in it, there's been a lot of legal suits over it. It's not even a secret at this point, let alone an open secret. So you can dive into it if you're interested. But they have also worked together to not increase fab capacity. Now, right now, there is enough demand that they're looking into fabs. There's partnerships from at least one brand to work with a much smaller fab company to try to increase their capacity and throughput. There's one happening in Taiwan. But it's going to take a while for us to really see the benefits of that. I think the thing that might happen first, and I could be wrong here, is a slowing down of investment in data centers and a need for RAM. I don't see that coming anytime soon. I don't personally necessarily see a massive market crash that some people are predicting for AI happening super soon, due to a lot of the companies that are really driving this forward being hugely profitable regardless of AI. But yeah, I guess that's my my quick thoughts.
Quick question. You said that DDR5 was designed more for enterprise, less for consumer. I have no idea what that could possibly mean. Can you say a little bit more about that for me? What, does it have parental controls or what?
I also, just to be fair, I think DDR stands for Dance Dance Revolution. So that's how much I know about RAM. So I'm very far behind.
We're on number 5.
Yeah.
I thought they'd have more editions out by now, but that makes sense.
It's a very popular game.
It is disappointing that they don't have more Dance Dance Revolution editions. There's a really good video from Wendell from Level 1 Techs. If you check out his YouTube channel and scroll down a bit because it's not very new. Where is it? Hold on. It's not that old either. It's called Your DDR5 Memory Could Be at Risk, all about DDR5. 20 minutes long, deep diving what the heck is going on with DDR5. I think it's interesting that he has that video about issues that we're finding, especially in the consumer space, but definitely in the enterprise space with DDR5. And also, Linus Torvalds was on our channel not that long ago, and he was mentioning that he thinks a lot of the problems that users have with Windows is actually users with bad RAM. Which was very interesting. And part of these two discussions, in my opinion, merged together because of one of the points that come from it being designed enterprise first is it's not really designed for what most of us have in our desktop chassis, which is honestly not a ton of airflow, especially compared to a server environment where you don't care about fan noise, you don't care about much, to be honest. You just want the performance and ideally low power draw, but that's often an afterthought. So a lot of desktop DDR5 is like overheating or having various other problems. And Wendell and some of the Level 1 Techs forum crew and whatnot have designed these like, I don't know if you were into desktops back in the like DDR3 Corsair Dominator era, where they had those metal fan brackets where you'd have those little tiny fans that would go over your RAM. Well, those might actually like matter now. And the community is making 3D printed shrouds for their RAM so that they can then mount like small, I think it's 80 millimeter, but it's been a while since I've looked into this, little tiny fans and point them directly at the RAM up close to get more airflow on there. And then they're getting less errors, less problems. Because if it's doing error correction like on the actual stick before it gets to the CPU, all that type of stuff, and it's overheating, that's not going to perform as well, and you might have more issues, is my like fairly not amazing understanding of what's going on there.
So hold on, I just want to rewind that for a second. You were telling me that some of the Windows issues I have is
Prime,
not due to
before
Windows?
you say that though, it's the stand-up. Can you say we're gonna circle back on that? That's a little bit more work appropriate.
Hey, can
we
we
don't
just-
rewind here.
Please, I don't want to boil the ocean right now, okay?
Okay, thank you.
But okay, because I can't, my ability to maximize Windows decided to no longer work anymore, and so that's my life as a Windows user right now, is the ability to only have Windows one size. So that's RAM.
Yeah, that's all RAM. That's all RAM.
What?
That's probably not RAM.
Yeah.
This is crazy. I thought it was a good program.
Sometimes Windows is just bad, okay?
Okay, fair.
There's only so much we can do. Yeah.
All right.
I do like that
Fucking-
though. I like Microsoft coming out and saying, actually, what you guys need is little fans on your RAM. That's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
fix the
Yeah.
Windows.
Come on
not
now.
getting
Yeah,
maximized.
figure it out yourself. Yeah, no, I think it's more like crashes, blue screens, application crashes, application errors. If you look into stuff in event log and there's like things going wrong, it might be related to that, but it shouldn't be like a random function not working, like being able to full screen Windows.
Obviously,
Prime,
RAM.
have you asked Cortana and or Copilot to full screen
Yeah.
it? It might work that way instead.
I actually haven't, but I am very curious about doing it. I did. Okay, so
Please record it. Please
Yeah,
record it.
yeah,
I need
that
to
should be
see. I
streamed.
need to see the result.
yesterday I actually did give my first AI swing of like a application, and I noticed that Gemini has been added to all Google Chromes and Windows. So I was like, oh my gosh, I can't log into Frame.io, and so I want to delete this site's cookies. So I clicked on Gemini and said, delete this site's cookies, and it said it can't do that. And that was like that's been my only experience thus far, which is
I can't
very
do that,
disappointing.
Dave.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I just wanted the cookies gone, so then I had to go and ask Gemini on what's it called, on Google to
It
give me
truly
the answer.
is a futuristic AI then, though, because it's like it is denying your requests. That's
Yeah,
what the
that
end
makes
game
sense.
is for AI, right? So they
That's more
they
accurate.
achieved it. They achieved it. Yeah, more accurate for
More-
AI. So that's
So we are like we're year one effectively into the great ramming. I'm not.
That's a great. Oh my God, that's a great title.
Thank you. I just made that up right now. But anyways, the great ramming's happening right
I
now.
love it.
How long do you think this can go before RAM prices level out? Because I was looking at it, and MU and Western Digital, which is SSDs, they are up 300% in their stock price. So like, people are obviously pricing in what they think this this value is going to be. And it has not looked like it's slowing down at all on the stock market. Is this reflective of what RAM prices will be? Are we going to see a 3x cost? Aren't they already pretty much at that?
As per usual, this is not financial advice.
Of course
but
not.
man, is the stock market predictive of anything these days? I mean, you had a good guess with investing in MU early, which is why you own the office building you're sitting in right now.
Thank you. Thank you.
But it's like
he's leasing, okay, Luke. Don't let him get
I'm
ahead
smart
of
with
it.
my money, okay? I lease. Commercial real estate's terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think the demand and price is going to be high for a long time. I think that's one of the main things that I meant with my like little intro thing there, is that I don't think it's just going to randomly come down. I think for the last few years, we've been seeing a general all computer hardware shift towards enterprise. And when you do that, and consumer becomes more and more of an afterthought, consumer gear is going to be more price performance expensive for what you're getting. We saw Intel recently talk about this, where they're like, Intel just openly was like, you know what? We've been giving the consumer market like too much attention. We're going to focus more on hyperscalers. We're not interested in that anymore. You're seeing Crucial step out of the market. You're seeing NVIDIA like almost like begrudgingly still talk about GeForce cards. There's like these companies are seeing the bag that is working with enterprise. It was actually, I mean, even for me, like being in the hardware space predominantly, it was fascinating not that long ago to find out that like a lot of these water cooling companies that I thought of as these like scrappy little consumer water cooling brands sold the vast majority of their revenue of products through enterprise, doing water cooling for servers and data centers. It's an interesting world, and there's a lot more money in it than like, you know, us like waiting for deals on freaking Newegg or whatever. It's a totally different thing when you're willing to buy like just some incredible amount of money worth of, like, if I don't know, some of these reservations for even during coin mining, some of these massive operations were buying pallets and pallets and pallets of GPUs, and if they had issues with them, kind of like almost shrugging it off. Whereas consumers, like, you know, if you have an issue with it, there's a Reddit thread with 7,000 upvotes, and you're screaming from the mountains and all this kind of stuff. Like, why deal with us annoying low people who lack money when you can deal with the hyperscaler boys with all of the money and less of the problems? Yeah.
You know, it's funny you should say that, because if you have looked at OpenAI's kind of Ouroboros investing, NVIDIA has promised they're going to pay them a progressive amount up to $100 billion. And OpenAI's, apparently one of their agreements, I was really confused trying to find out the exact number. And the only number